Okay, I think the chickens are done talking. No, they're still talking. I'm just gonna have to talk over them. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's little gardening vlog. Don't mind the chickens. I think they're mad at me because I won't let them out while I'm digging through these grow bags. But yeah, so what I was doing earlier, I forgot to record an intro, but what I did was take all the dead roots and dead things from last year, and then now I'm gonna sit here and replenish the soil by putting compost and perlite in the bag, mixing it up. I'm not gonna dump this soil because I mean it'll be fine. I'm gonna put compost in there, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I have 16 grow bags over here, and I do have a few spread out around here, so maybe later on I'll go gather them and put them over here. But my goal today is to replenish some of these bags. I don't know if I'm going to have enough compost to replenish all of them, but I do want to do at least, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 of them, and then plant something in them, probably sow some seeds. It's probably a little too late to sow peas, but I do have a variety that is heat tolerant, so I might try that this year and we'll see how that goes. But let me go get the compost and the perlite, and then we'll start refreshing the grow bags. I don't have an exact recipe for what I'm going to put in here, but I'm going to use this timberline soil, cow manure and compost, and some perlite. Some of these bags probably won't need a lot of perlite in them because there is some from last year. I'm just going to mix up a bunch, but yeah, a lot of these are pretty low. And then after I put in all the compost and manure, I'm going to water these down really good. But take a look at that. That was a snapdragon from last year that survived. I'm pretty amazed about that because this soil is so dry, and I'm surprised that it lived. So what I did was I went ahead and cut the dead pieces off, and we'll see if we can make this little pretty survive this season. I did see something else over here. I'm pretty sure that is a carrot, which I was really unsuccessful in trying to grow last year, but I don't know. Trying to dig in there. Well, I'll just pull it out because it's not going to survive. Doesn't that look like a carrot? Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a carrot, but it looks like the stem of a carrot. Oh well. Alright, let's get to work. I'm trying to hide away from the sun, but it's coming on full force. I don't know why I thought that was going to take me like 10 minutes to do, because it literally took me like 20. Yes, here's Link coming to say hi again. But yeah, all the grow bags are done. Thank you. All right, yeah, all the grow bags are done. I still have like maybe 5 that need to be placed over here with the rest of them, but it's like early in the season and I can always add those later on and fill them up, compost, and do all that good stuff to it. Because I'm probably only going to do a few of them, like sow a few of them today. But right now I really need to water them because they are so dry. It's going to take a while to like get them to get really soaked in, but I'll show you what they look like. All right, doing this was really a backbreaker for me. I was like bending over. I tried to sit on that little crate thing and do it, but to turn like my little shovel thing or whatever it's called, I wanted to put some pressure so I can get down into the bottom of the bag and like be able to mix it up. But yeah, this is what they look like. They all look good, super dry. So I'm going to go ahead and get the hose and soak these for a while. But before we get the hose, I'm probably going to get the blower and like blow off all this dirt and stuff around here. I'm about to water the grow bags, but I saw this yesterday and I'm pretty sure this is a snapdragon, which is growing. This is like the retaining wall over here, which is growing in the cracks of it. I think it's so cool. Wouldn't that be awesome if I can get some blooms from it? Like, yeah, that's definitely a snapdragon, right? Like, pretty sure. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. Well, I was going to try my best to do this out of the sun, but I have no shade whatsoever really in my backyard. I gathered some supplies and some seeds and made some labels for the seeds I'm going to sow. So I got those labeled. I got 3 of the Dollar Tree cloches that I found earlier in the season. I'm going to use that for some of the seeds. You'll see why in a minute. And then I got these little, I don't know what you call them, but it's to keep the little cloches on top of the grow bags so they won't blow away. So I'm going to go over the seeds that I'm going to sow today. One, I'm not going to sow in the grow bag. I'm going to go ahead and put it out on the retaining wall over here. We'll do that later. But all right, let's go over some that might make a little more sense right now. So I'm going to try the container snap peas, little crunch from Renee's garden. Let me see if you can, yeah, there we go. Thought there was going to be a glare. I do have a heat tolerant pea, but I kind of want to try this one first. Maybe in the fall. Well, I mean, that wouldn't make any sense if I tried it in the fall. Oh, anyway, but I'm just going to try this one. We'll do Little Gem Butterhead lettuce from Emma Gardner. Another one from Renee's Garden. Okay, don't come at me, guys. I'm going to try these. I'm going to try sowing them even though it's close to my last frost date. I'm going to try to direct sow these and see what happens. This is going to be the container cucumber bush slicer, the Mexican midget tomato, and then the zucchini Astia. I grew this last year. It did okay for me. I did get squash bugs, but you know, it's inedible, whatever, you know what we're talking about. And then this is the one I'm going to do on my retaining wall. I'm not sure if this is going to make it because we get really hot early, but this is the Chinese broccoli, and I really wanted to try this for a while, and I keep forgetting that I had the seeds. So I don't know, it won't hurt just to try it. If it doesn't grow, then you know, hey, it doesn't grow. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in the grow bag with the snapdragons. Maybe the tomato, or maybe the lettuce. I'm thinking the tomato because I want to do more lettuce like in the actual grow bag, and I'm only going to have one of the tomato varieties in there. So I'll just put that in there. I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, hopefully that is good. So I'm going to go ahead with the Mexican midget tomato with the snapdragon. I'm not sure if the snapdragon is going to grow pretty tall. I can't remember what variety I did last year. I'm assuming maybe I did like a short variety. It only makes sense, you know, to put it in a container. But I don't know. I'm going to do, let's see, there's probably about 10, 15 seeds in here. I'm going to try to sow. What do I have in my hand? You can't even see what I'm doing. I wonder if it'll focus on that. Yeah. So I'm going to do these 5. Actually, I don't need to do 5. I'm not going to overdo it. I have full faith in these seeds to germinate. So I'm just going to do 3. And then we're going to narrow it down to 1 once it grows. So we'll do here, kind of next to each other, because I want it to grow fairly in the middle. Where did I put that other seed? I lost it. Oh, I lost it. So I'm just going to sprinkle that because I don't know where I put it. And then that one is 2, but it's like stuck together. Okay. I'm just going to move some soil, cover that. It'll be okay. Something else was trying to sprout in there. And then I'm going to label. Wrote these labels out before. Alright, it is April 23rd. Hopefully we'll get a good growth on this. Alright, so these have holes over to the side. You can see. Can you see that? Well, there's a hole right there, so I'm going to put these in it to keep it down. I really didn't want to cover the snapdragon, but it's going to have to be covered. I'll keep the vent open so we can breathe a bit. Oh my gosh, that was a big bee. I think it was a carpenter bee. Okay, so that's done. Let's move over to the next This one, I think I'm gonna do the bush slicer. This is a hybrid. Oh, this one actually says in cold winters or mild winters you can sow April through June, which, hey, that's kind of perfect. I'm gonna do 2. I think these seeds are, they're not fairly old. They're not, oh, it's from 2023, so maybe I should try 3. My chicken is literally yelling at me. Okay, we're gonna do 3 of these. Do that. Stick those in there. Perfect. Label. And cover. Push that one out of the way. Alright, next I'm going to do the container zucchini, the Astia. And I'm going to do 2 grow bags of these. I'm going to have to go find, I think I have another cloche that I can use. And I'm going to do the one next to it too. So I don't think you guys can see it, but I'm going to put it over there. These are pretty old, I'm sure. Yeah, these are for 2022. So I'm going to do, I'm going to try just to do 2 in each bag. Oh, I think my chicken laid an egg. Alright, I'm going to go find another cloche for the other one and then we'll continue on with the next seeds. Alright, so next we're going to do, what tag did I put on there? Snap peas. So these are going to be snap peas. I'm going to have to find a trellis, or maybe I'll just let them hang over. I do have a tomato cage, but I'm thinking I should cut the legs down at the bottom a little bit, just so it's not going to be like super tall. I'm just going to put like a lot in here. We'll do 4 here, and then do like a little circle around here. I don't even know how my trellis is going to go, so oh well. Throw one in the middle for good luck. Alright, let's push that down. this evening, I think I'm going to come out here and maybe water it down if I remember, but if not, definitely tomorrow morning I'll be giving these a good water. All right, these are done. All right, now we're gonna do the little gem lettuce. This I'm definitely gonna overseed, and then later on I can just what's the word I'm looking for? Thin them out, that's what I mean. So I'll throw this around like that. That's gonna be a lot. Alright, I'm just going to like kind of like fork them into the ground, or into the soil, I mean. Give it a little pat, and then that's done. Put the rest in the packet. I should probably sow some of these lettuces elsewhere. Alright, let's move on to the retaining wall where I'm going to do some broccoli. Alright, this is the retaining wall. I did plant, what did I plant here? I did plant some bok choy, and it looks like, I don't know, maybe I didn't keep up with the watering. That's a weed. These are weeds. So I think I just need to keep up with the watering with this one. That's not, no, I don't think that's one. Nor do I think that's one either. I don't know. Every time I grow bok choy, they always seem to bolt. I think it's because I plant them way too late. Maybe I can get some out and plant some in the grow bag and keep it in the shade. I'm just opening this packet. Here's what the seeds look like, if you can see. Alright, I'm going to try to heavily sow these in a line. That's going to be a lot. But maybe I'll get something out of it. Alright. I'm just going to rake the ground kinda. And then label this. I'm actually going to get the hose and spray that one down. Alright guys, I believe that is all that I'm going to do for today. Maybe. I might do some things during the evening, but not necessarily like planting. I do have I want to show you guys a little garden thing I've been working on over here. I have GMs and Cosmos snapdragons planted there that I planted probably, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, and they're doing fairly well. I actually had 2 of the Cosmos that like snapped at the base where the first 2 leaves were, and it actually grew like from the pits, of the plant, which is totally cool. I'm excited. I was pretty bummed about it being like snapped. It's because my chickens trampled over them, but they're coming back. But I also wanted to show that, and I don't know, there's things I want to propagate too, so I'll probably show me propagating some coral bells and that were up front. The chickens also trampled all those. I had like maybe 4 different varieties up there. I have one up there, it's like a super bright lime colored one, and I kind of want to save it. So I'm going to take that one and then propagate it. I did propagate other ones that are over there. I'll show that next time. But I'll sow some more seeds and I don't know, give you guys like a tour of like some of the things that are already blooming and what I plan to be working on. So yeah, happy gardening season, guys. It's here. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.